Hey there, folks. How are you? Jet low. I thought it'd be fun to give a little update about what's going on. I'm still shooting. As I said in the last update, the extra funds, we raised 130%, or more accurately, 128% of what we were asking for, and that's allowed me to shoot a couple more months. So I thought I'd let you know what I'm up to, or maybe give you a glimpse, a small glimpse into the process. What is the process, Jet? I may ask you about how do you go about shooting Untold LA? Well, I thought I might as well tell you. So we've got West Adams, um, one of the most ethnically diverse areas in the nation, but it's a huge area. It's 50,000 people. So this is a lot of different neighborhoods to cover, and I've been trying to sort of narrow down the different neighborhoods. I've been literally driving up and down the streets of West Adams, of which there are many, to find areas of interest, houses that I think are interesting, and also places that I have historical interest. And I've been helped by all sorts of documents. For instance, this one was co-created by, very helpful by John Kurtz, who lives in Gramercy Park, beautiful house in Gramercy Park. We've got an official guide to West Adams historic landmarks, for instance. This has proven to be a great guide. So I've been driving up and down. I've kind of narrowed down. Obviously, I can't do every neighborhood or every nook and cranny of West Adams because it is 50,000 people. But I've narrowed it down to shooting in Western Heights, Harvard Heights, West Adams Heights, Kinney Heights, Lafayette Square, Victoria Park. I'm not 100% sure about right now. Again, because I've got really spoiled for choice for some amazing homes. I'm not quite sure I'll include. I've taken some photos, but I don't know if I'll include them for Victoria. Victoria Park, Gramercy Park, as I've said. Harvard Heights, that I mentioned Harvard Heights as well. And the thing is, embarking on this thing, I knew there was stuff that I did not know. Sort of a Donald Rumsfeldian, there's known knowns and known unknowns and unknown knowns. I don't know if there's unknown knowns, but anyway, I think the biggest, not surprised because I knew this was going to be the case to a certain extent, but I didn't know to what extent, and that is the amount of time spent on paperwork and getting permission. So really, the amount of time that I'm shooting these homes, it's probably about 30% of my time. The other 70% of my time has been spent calling and knocking on doors and trying to get permission to shoot at some of these places. For instance, the Guasti Mansion. I don't know if anybody, I'm sure some of you out there watching this know what this is, but this was the old place at Busby Berkeley, the great 30s theatrical, I mean, it's for cinema, but his stuff was very theatrical. Designer and director lived in the Guasti Mansion, and it's taken me maybe 2 or 3 months to get permission to shoot that, for instance. So it's currently owned by the MSIA, the Movement for Spiritual Inner Awareness, and so they've got their own thing going on. And it's been this whole process of getting permission to shoot both the exteriors and the interiors. But I think it's worth it. My point is that's taken several months. So there's a whole process that's taken up really about 70% of the time for this whole thing. And what I've been doing is, as I said, to give you a glimpse, because this is an update. So let's give you a glimpse into what the story is. As I've been driving up and down, identifying houses and neighborhoods that I find worthy for the project, and I identify when the streets are going to be cleaned for street cleaning, which means there won't be cars in front, because I can't stand to see cars in some of these beautiful buildings. Maybe that's not historically accurate for now. I guess I could just show all the neighborhood full of cars and trucks and crap everywhere, but I would like to get some of the shots clean. So I look for the times when the streets are clear of traffic. I know what you're saying, photographers out there saying, well, Jed, you could just get a super wide angle lens and get closer. And yes, but that'd be kind of, distortions. I prefer to use, a 15 millimeter lens or 25, which means that I need the streets to be clear of cars. So identify when the streets are going to be clear, and actually canvas. I actually go door to door and explain the project to the various in the various neighborhoods and to the homes that I find interesting. And if they're not, if someone is not there, then of course I leave an envelope full of facts about the project. I've got a little pre-printed label here which explains a little fact sheet which explains the nature of the project and explains when I'll be back shooting when there's no cars, and have people contact me through that. So as you can imagine, I want you to picture very clearly in your mind, dear viewer, me in this almost 100-degree heat in Los Angeles. Maybe at least it's a dry heat, going door to door through the various neighborhoods. So that's what a huge amount of my time is spent actually going door to door and knocking and trying to get permission to shoot. So that's what I've been doing. So most of my time is spent going door to door, getting permission, and then arranging the days for the shoot. In addition to homes, I'm also looking in every neighborhood. Again, I mentioned neighborhoods already, like Kinney Heights and Gramercy Park and Western Heights and West Adams Heights. I also want to include activities. So things like you may already have seen in the blog, the West Adams, the ice cream social they did. So for each neighborhood, I like to include at least one activity. There's an upcoming in the Rosedale Cemetery, for instance. There's an upcoming event, sort of a living history thing, where people will dress up in period costume and sort of, I don't know, it's like a Civil War reenactment. Actually, I'm not sure what it's going to be, but they're going to be in period costume there in the cemetery, so I'll be there with my camera to shoot. So hopefully the book will have a mix of not just the the shots of homes by themselves with no cars in front of them, but also some of the people of the area, and we'll combine that with some oral histories as well. But anyway, that's what's going on. I know it's not a super exciting update, but it just kind of gives you a kind of a little glimpse into the work process, as it were. Thank you for watching, and I hope, and do take a look at the blog. If you haven't seen the blog, so go to untoldla.com/blog. That's untoldla.com/blog. Give you an idea of what's going on. If you have any questions, queries, or concerns, or any suggestions, you can email me anytime. Contact@untoldla. Okay, that's it for now. Thanks, guys, for watching.